And on the screen is a look at the Mornington Island radar. Tropical cyclone Trevor's destructive core is now making landfall between Port MacArthur and the Northern Territory border. The warning zone is Alangooda in the Northern Territory, Burketown in Queensland, inland parts of the Carpentaria District, the Barkly District, the Northwest Gulf Country, including Groote Eylandt, Mornington Island, Borroloola, Robinson River, Wollongong, MacArthur River, Cape Crawford, Cresswell Downs and Brunette Downs. There are no watch zones or cancelled zones. Category 4 sustained winds in the centre of 175 kilometres per hour with wind gusts to 250 kilometres an hour. Trevor is located within 9 kilometres of 15.7 degrees south, 137.7 degrees east, estimated to be 190 kilometres northwest of the Mornington Island and 155 kilometres east-northeast of Borroloola. And it's tracking west-southwest at 19 kilometres an hour. And the destructive call is to cross the southern coast of the Gulf of Carpentaria. Destructive winds gusts to 250 kilometres an hour near the centre, gradually easing as the cyclone tracks inland. Destructive winds with gusts to 155 kilometres an hour occurring along the coast between Port MacArthur and the Northern Territory Queensland border, extending west to Borroloola during the late morning and then inland to Cape Crawford during Saturday afternoon. Here's the latest cyclone track chart for Trevor. Coastal residents between Port Roper and the Northern Territory Queensland border are specifically warned of a very dangerous storm tide as the cyclone centre approaches the coast. Tides will rise significantly above the normal high tide, with damaging roads, very dangerous flooding during Friday night and Saturday. As the cyclone approaches the coast, a storm tide is also expected between the Northern Territory Queensland border and Burketown. Large waves may produce minor flooding along the foreshore. People living in areas that are likely to be affected by this flooding should take measures to protect their property as much as possible and prepare to help their neighbours. Gales with gusts to 120 kilometres an hour occurring on Mornington Island, Swears Island and on the mainland coast between Port MacArthur in the Northern Territory, Burketown in Queensland. Gales with gusts to 100 kilometres occurring over southeast parts of Groote Eylandt and will ease during the afternoon. And gusts to 120 kilometres an hour will extend east along the mainland coast to Port Roper during the day. Now we have a look at the latest NOAA floaters. Joint Typhoon Warning Centre has it located 15.6 degrees south, 138.2 degrees east, and this is fixed to within 10 nautical miles, position based on iFix by a combination of satellite radar synoptic data. They have at about 464 nautical miles east-southeast of Darwin, tracking southwest at 8 knots over the last 6 hours. Animated enhanced infrared satellite imagery depicts the consolidating system with a ragged eye, as shown in the recent UW Sims graphic, and a 89 GHz composite image. Recent radar imagery indicates that Tropical Cyclone 20P is undergoing an eyewall replacement cycle with a smaller inner eye and mote feature surrounded by a large secondary eye wall. The initial intensity is based at 105 knots and based on VOAC estimates at T5.5, 102 knots from all agencies. Based on the eye feature, there is good confidence in the initial position, and the cyclone is tracking southwest along the northwest periphery of a subtropical ridge positioned to the south and southeast, but is forecast to turn south-southwest to southward after 24 hours. As the steering ridge weakens in response to an approaching shortwave trough, the system should make landfall within 6 hours, start weakening steadily as it tracks inland with dissipation expected by 48 hours. Based on the tight grouping of dynamic model vortex trackers, there's high confidence in the forecast track, which is positioned close to the multi-model consensus, and maximum wave height is 30 feet. Now here's the Joint Typhoon Warning Centre's latest track on the Category 4 Cyclone Trevor. We will continue to bring the latest information on Trevor, Veronica, and the one to the northeast of Madagascar. Now we have a look at EPS track guidance, and the models on the right hand side of the screen, and each of them have individual colours. And if you haven't viewed our live streaming a couple of hours ago, the video should now be on the channel. And when I look at the tracks for Trevor, is it going to do a wee curve back into the Gulf of Carpentaria or track towards the east? And the late cycle intensity guidance, it didn't reach Category 4. Upper level divergence remains very healthy. I think it's around 60 knots. Wind shear, the 24-hour shear tendency, I like to see a little bit more blue, but the environment's still pretty healthy, and one of my favourites, 850 millibar vorticity. And repeating, we will continue to bring the latest information, and also via the AU channel.
You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com, our YouTube page youtube.com/Force13, on Facebook under the same name, Force 13, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 if you wish to get in touch. You can also add Force 13 on Skype and my personal account on Discord, Fool13, at extension 9094.